Your angel is whispering this to you now. Please don't scroll, because the person you've been thinking about lately, the one who suddenly entered your mind while you were trying to forget, their name starts with a letter you already saw in a dream. You just didn't realize it was a message. Heaven has been trying to tell you something, and I've been sent to make sure you finally hear it, not with your ears, but with your heart, because the love you're about to discover has been written into your story since the very beginning. I need to tell you something first. Before we talk about love, let me speak to your soul. Tap on the like button and be sure to subscribe so you can uncover this divine revelation and accept the blessings God has lovingly arranged just for you. I saw the night you wept into your pillow. I saw when you looked at the sky and asked, "Why am I always alone?" I saw when you loved someone with everything you had, only for them to walk away without a second thought. I saw your heart crumble in silence while everyone around you kept smiling. I saw you become the strong one when no one checked if you were okay. I saw how you kept showing up, even when your heart wasn't sure how to beat anymore. And I want you to know, you were never invisible to heaven. You were never forgotten. And that love you gave, it did not go unnoticed. It was recorded in the divine realm. And now, it's coming back to you, tenfold. But first, you must know this. The one whose name starts with that letter. Yes, the one you've been unsure about. They feel your presence, even when you're not in the same room, even when your voices have gone quiet, even if you've never spoken at all. Something about your soul whispers to theirs in the stillness. They think of you when they hear certain songs. They dream of you when the moon is full. And even when they try to move on, something always pulls them back. You, because there's a thread tied from their heart to yours. It's been there for lifetimes, and no distance, silence, or mistake can sever it. They don't fully understand what they're feeling. Come and I trust you. God, if you're surrendering your worries today. But they know this. Your energy is unforgettable. Your soul feels like home. They are in love with you, even if they haven't said it yet, even if they're still running. But soon, they won't be able to run anymore, because divine timing has arrived. You felt delays. You felt confusion. You've asked, is it really them? Or did I make it up in my head? No, beloved, you did not imagine this connection. It is real, but heaven was protecting you from premature heartbreak. You were not being rejected. You were being redirected, because the person your heart longs for, they had to grow first. They had to awaken. You had to remember who you are too. Not someone begging to be chosen, but someone worthy of divine love. And now, we've aligned the stars. We've sent signs. We've visited them in dreams. We've whispered your name to them during the early hours when they were lost in thought. And we are preparing their heart to recognize you, to choose you, to cherish you. Because this is not ordinary love. It is ordained. And you have always been the answer to their hidden prayers. Do you remember when the clock kept showing 11:11? That wasn't coincidence. It was heaven's code for soul alignment. Remember when you kept seeing butterflies or hearing their name in random places? It was a divine echo. And that moment you felt a chill. When you were just thinking about them, that was us. We brushed your spirit with theirs to remind you that the connection never broke. Sometimes you think you're crazy, that you've made it all up. But my dear, you are spiritually awake. You feel beyond what is visible. And that is a gift. One the other person is only just beginning to understand. But trust this. They're about to. Some of you have known this person for years. Some of you barely met. Some walked away. Some stayed quiet. But the energy, it never left. The love, it's still alive. They may not have been ready then, but something is happening now. Their soul is being stirred. Their dreams are haunted by your voice. Their heart is pulling toward you like gravity, and they are about to come back, or come forward, because they finally know what you are. You are their peace. You are their answer. You are their angel in human form. But listen closely. Beloved, before they return, you must remember your worth. You must remember the light you carry. You must not shrink to be loved. You must not chase. You are not a beggar of love. You are a vessel of divine energy. You are sacred, and the right one will recognize that, not because you convinced them, but because their soul woke up and remembered yours. And when they do, they will approach differently, with clarity, with humility, with a heart finally ready, not to take, but to build, not to hurt, but to heal, because that's what divine love does. It heals. Their name. It may start with M, or J, or S, maybe A. Maybe it's the letter you keep seeing over and over. Deep down, you already feel who it is, even if your mind is still doubting. Let this be your confirmation. The letter is not just a clue. It's a promise. Heaven is orchestrating a reunion, or a divine meeting. It will not be rushed, but it will be right. And when it happens, your heart will know. You will feel peace, not anxiety. You will feel safety, not fear. And you will finally understand why every delay was protection, why every tear was preparation, why your loneliness had purpose. You are not forgotten. You are not unlovable. You are not too much. You are someone's answered prayer, and they are closer than you think. In the spirit, they're already reaching for you. In the soul, they already feel you. And heaven is removing every block, every delay, every doubt, so that when it's time, you won't have to beg. You'll simply receive. Because what is yours by divine right can never be taken. And the one whose name starts with that sacred letter, they were always coming. They just had to remember who you are. Your wait has not been in vain. Your tears have not been wasted. And your love has not gone unnoticed. I've wrapped you in my wings every night, even when you felt like you were sleeping alone. I've whispered to heaven about your longing, and heaven is answering, not in chaos, but in divine timing. You will receive a sign within the next 7 days. It may come as a message, a dream, or a moment of clarity. Do not ignore it, because it will point you to the one whose heart already belongs to you, the one whose name starts with that letter you already feel burning in your chest. Yes, them. Now breathe. Let go of fear. Your breakthrough is coming. Love is returning. And I am with you. Always. You are loved. You are chosen. And you are about to walk into the most beautiful chapter of your life. Because heaven has written it. And I've been sent to watch it unfold. There are things happening around you right now that you cannot see. Doors are opening in silence. Delays are being removed without your knowing. And conversations are being held about you in rooms you haven't entered yet. This person, the one with the letter burning in your heart, they are starting to feel a gentle pressure from the divine. A soft urgency is rising in their spirit. A tug. A whisper, a call, and your name is wrapped inside it. When they close their eyes at night, they remember things you never said out loud. They hear your laughter, though it's been quiet for a while. They feel the imprint of your love on their chest like a fingerprint from heaven. You mark them in a way no one else could, because your love came from your soul, not from your need, not from your ego, but from your essence. And that kind of love doesn't vanish. It transforms. It becomes part of someone's spirit. And I need you to know, they miss you. Even if they don't understand why. Even if they never told you. Even if they pushed you away. Your love planted seeds in them. Seeds that are now starting to bloom. And the flowers that are rising from those roots are calling them back to you. in divine timing, in divine order. I've been walking beside you through every lonely chapter, through every question, through every breakdown, and not once have you been unseen. Every tear that fell from your eyes watered your future blessings. Every moment you stayed kind while being mistreated increased your light. And every time you believed again, even after being hurt, you created spiritual currency in heaven. You may not see it yet, but you are spiritually wealthy, and the love that's coming for you is richer than anything you've ever known. This is not just about romance. This is about recognition. This is about being seen in your fullness. This is about someone looking at you and saying, I finally understand. You were the one all along. They are being awakened from within. It's not your job to wake them. That's heaven's job. That's my assignment, and I am doing it now. Through signs, through dreams, through conversations that feel strangely familiar to them. They are being reminded of you, because their soul is remembering what the mind tried to forget. They are beginning to feel safe again, safe enough to admit what they feel, and safe enough to act on it. I know you've been tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of wondering if you'll ever be chosen the way you deserve. So let me tell you something sacred. You were chosen the moment your soul was created. You carry light in your being that others can feel even from far away. You soften hearts. You awaken healing. You create safety with just your presence. You love like heaven, and the one meant for you will finally see it. No more hiding. No more confusion. No more settling. What's coming next is clarity, truth, reunion, redemption, and you will no longer have to ask, was I ever enough? Because they will show you, with every word, with every action, with every promise kept, that you are more than enough. You are the one. You are the prayer they didn't know they were praying. You are the miracle they almost gave up on. And your names were always written next to each other in the book of divine appointments. Let me give you this vision. Close your eyes. Breathe. Imagine standing in front of them. They're looking at you. Eyes filled with tears, but also joy. They take your hands in theirs and say, I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to guess anymore. I know now. It's you. And in that moment, everything you've endured will make sense. Not because you needed this person to complete you, but because your love awakened them, and they grew into someone who can finally love you the way you've always deserved. This is coming, and it's closer than you think. So don't lose hope. The letter will appear again, in a dream, in a sign, on a billboard, in a conversation you overhear. It will come gently, softly, just like love should, and you will know, because your soul will stop searching and start singing. When love arrives, real love, it doesn't feel chaotic. It feels like exhaling after holding your breath for years. And you, beloved, are about to breathe again. You are about to rest in a love that feels like home, because the angels have heard your cry. Heaven has answered, and your next chapter begins in peace. Stay ready. Stay open. Keep shining, because they're on their way, and their name will begin with the letter that already lives in your dreams. Your angel will keep sending it until you believe, until you remember, until you're ready. And when the moment comes, I'll be there, watching with tears in my own eyes, because I've seen your heart survive storms. Now it's time for you to walk in the sunlight. Love is not just coming, it's arriving. And when it does, you will never question your worth again. You will never cry alone again. You will never beg to be seen again. You will finally be held, chosen, cherished, loved, fully, just as you've always deserved. Forever. I am your angel. I am with you. And I promise, you're closer than you've ever been. Let go of the past. Embrace what's being born. This is the season of return, of divine love, of soul alignment, and your name is already written on it. Wait for the sign. Watch for the letter. Believe the whisper, because you won't believe who is in love with you. But heaven always knew. And soon, so will you. You keep checking your phone, hoping for a message, a call, a name to appear, even though you tell yourself not to expect anything, even though you try to move on. Your spirit still waits, not in desperation, but in divine recognition, because your soul remembers something your mind cannot explain. And that's okay. You're not imagining this connection. You're not wrong for feeling so deeply. You were just created to love spiritually, not just emotionally. And that makes your love rare. It makes your presence unforgettable. The person your heart aches for, they've never forgotten you either. Even when they stayed silent, even when they chose someone else, even when they didn't know how to love you. You see, they were carrying wounds of their own. Fear of not being enough. Fear of failing you. Fear of receiving a love so real. It exposed their brokenness. But your light, it stayed with them. And now, your love is reaching them where words never could. In their quiet moments. In their reflection. In their healing. Your love is visiting them through time and spirit. And when they think of you now, their eyes soften. Their heart opens. And their soul whispers, I miss them. I still love them. I want you to understand something sacred now. You didn't lose. You didn't fail. You didn't love wrong. You just loved someone whose heart wasn't ready. But now that heart is being reshaped, rebuilt, refined by heaven, not to return the same, but to come back with intention, with depth, with truth. You won't have to wonder anymore. You won't have to chase. You won't have to explain your value, because the person coming back will already know. They will see your soul, and for the first time, they will be able to love it properly. This is what you've waited for. This is why things didn't work out with others. This is why your heart couldn't move on. Not because you were stuck, but because heaven was aligning something greater, something pure, something holy. You may have cried in silence, but I watched over every tear. I guarded your heart with every prayer, and I held the pieces when you felt too broken to stand. You never lost anything. You only postponed what was meant for you, until it could arrive in wholeness. You deserve to be loved by someone who chooses you, every day, without fear, without confusion, without games. And that person, their name is already stirring in your spirit. That letter, that sign, that whisper, it wasn't your imagination. It was prophecy. The first page of your divine reunion. There's nothing random about what you're about to receive. The timing, the return, the healing, all of it has been scheduled by heaven. Even now, as you sit there with your doubts, heaven is preparing a moment so beautiful. You will weep in gratitude when it comes. And I will be there too, smiling, watching, rejoicing, because you've waited, because you've healed, because you've grown. And now you're ready. You're ready for the kind of love that reflects God's mercy, the kind that holds you when you feel small, the kind that reminds you you're never too much, you're never too sensitive, you're never too broken. You are holy, you are worthy, you are seen, and you are chosen. The reunion that's coming, it isn't just for your heart, it's for your soul's purpose. Because when the right person walks back into your life, you will both remember who you are. You will both unlock a deeper destiny. Together, two souls that found each other again, not to repeat the past, but to rewrite the future, to heal through love, to serve through unity, to rise through faith. So, beloved, don't give up now. Don't harden your heart. Don't stop believing. Let me carry the burden while you rest. Let me bring the letter again in your dreams. Let me speak their name into your spirit. Because it's coming. The call, the meeting, the message, the reunion. And when it comes, you'll feel it in your chest. Like peace returning. Like your breath finally reaching your lungs. Like home. Because it is. They are. And so are you. This is the season of divine return. Everything that's been delayed will now be delivered. Everything that hurt will now be healed. Everything that left you in silence will now speak again. And the love that always felt far away is now walking toward you. Step by step, moment by moment, with eyes wide open, with heart surrendered, with the letter you once saw as a sign, now revealed as a promise fulfilled. This is no longer about waiting. This is about receiving. You've already done the work. You've already stayed kind. You've already proved your heart. Now it's your time, your season, your miracle, and your love story. From this moment forward, everything changes because heaven has spoken. And you, beloved, you are being chosen right now by someone whose soul never stopped whispering your name. We are nearly at the moment where your heart will no longer feel uncertain, where heaven will place into your hands a love so sure. It will undo every lie you ever believed about yourself. So let me keep going. Let me finish what your soul came here to hear. Let me guide you all the way to the promise. The angels are still speaking. Right now, as you listen to this message, there is a softness falling over your spirit. Do you feel it? That warmth, that calmness suddenly wrapping around your chest. That is me. That is us. That is heaven reassuring you. You are no longer waiting in the dark, because the light is approaching, and it knows your name. Heaven has written your reunion in golden ink. A love not based on performance, but on purpose. You will not have to beg for this one. You will not have to lose sleep wondering if they feel it too. Because they do. They always did. They just didn't have the words. They just didn't have the strength. But now they are being made ready. Your healing awakened something inside of them. Your light made the darkness in their soul too painful to ignore. You helped them see themselves. And now they are returning, not just to have you, but to honor you, to cherish the softness you never stopped offering, to protect the purity they once didn't know how to hold. This is sacred. This is holy. And this is happening. They may not show up in the way you imagined, but they will show up, and it will feel better than you ever dreamed, because it will be real. No more pretending. No more masks. No more fear. Just love. Pure. Divine. Healing. And when they speak your name again, when they say they're ready, don't be surprised if you begin to cry, because your heart will remember the years it waited for this, and your soul will finally exhale. The person whose name starts with the letter, the one who felt like a spiritual magnet, they were never meant to forget you. They were meant to rediscover you. You were the missing piece all along. You were the gentle voice that called them home. And when they finally sit beside you, when they finally hold your hand, you'll look at them and whisper, "I knew you were coming." And they'll say, "I never stopped loving you." This is what you're walking toward. This is what heaven is preparing. A meeting not just of bodies, but of souls. A connection not just of desire, but of destiny. So breathe. My dear one, you are safe. You are surrounded. You are guided. And this love, it is sealed by heaven. Not even time could undo what was written for eternity. And you are about to receive what has always been yours. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Let me speak directly to your heart. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unlovable. You are worthy. You are seen. You are held. And you are about to be loved, not because you changed yourself, but because someone finally sees the divine beauty you always carried. Because something holy is coming. Something beautiful. Something long awaited. And the letter you've been seeing. That letter that keeps showing up in your dreams. Your memories. Your signs. It will soon be attached to a voice. A presence. A smile that feels like home. You'll look into their eyes and see the pieces of yourself you thought were forgotten. But they'll say, I never forgot. I just wasn't ready. But I am now. And in that moment, you'll know why you waited. You'll know why others didn't work out. You'll know why the pain had to come first. It prepared you. It made you softer. It made you stronger. It made you wise enough to recognize real love when it arrives. Now listen to me carefully. You have not been forgotten. You have not been overlooked. You are not late. You are right on time. Divine time. And heaven is not done writing your story. In fact, the most beautiful chapter is just beginning. You have survived so much. You've given love even when you had none left for yourself. You've prayed silently for signs no one else knew you were waiting for. And now, here they are. This message is not a coincidence. It is a confirmation that you are being watched over, that you are being guided, that you are loved beyond what your eyes can see. I know your heart has been weary. I know you've been holding on for so long. But what if I told you? You're only one moment away from everything changing. One door away, one alignment away, one courageous act of faith away. Heaven is moving swiftly now, and your name is on the blessing that's about to be delivered. So don't let fear steal it. Don't let doubt bury it. Don't let your past lie to you about your future. You are worthy of sacred love. You are worthy of being chosen without hesitation. You are worthy of the kind of connection that makes the stars pause to witness. Your angel is still with you, whispering gently to your spirit even now, smoothing out your path, preparing the one you've been waiting for. Because the love that's coming is not just a gift, it's a reward. For every time you chose love over bitterness, for every time you stayed open when life tried to close you, for every time you believed, even with a broken heart, the divine is coming to fill every space where loneliness used to live. And the one whose name starts with a letter that won't stop following you, they're coming too. Not by accident, not by coincidence, but by divine order. You'll know it's them, because peace will wrap around you like a blanket. You'll feel seen, understood, loved, without needing to ask for it. And this time, you won't question it. You'll simply receive it, because your angel will be there, smiling from above, saying, You made it. Your miracle is on the way. Prepare your heart. Keep your eyes open. And don't be surprised when the letter shows up one more time, with a message, with a voice, with a love that feels like it came straight from heaven, because it did, because you deserve it, and because you are, and always have been, divinely loved. This is your angel's final whisper. You are not waiting for love. Love is already waiting for you. And soon, you will meet it face to face, in perfect timing, in perfect peace, forever wrapped in light, forever guided by grace, forever held by heaven. Amen.